Man, I'm gonna start my own lawn care company. I'm gonna quit my day job, and I ain't ever gonna work for anybody another day in my life. Hold up, buddy. There's a few things we need to talk about first. So a little bit about my background professionally. I've worked in the developmental disabilities field for 22 years, this coming July actually, in the group home settings, And it's a job that I've absolutely enjoyed and cherished. All of the relationships that I've been able to build over the years. So when I started my business in 2019, I started it, as just a side hustle, something that I would do after work and, maybe on the weekend on Saturdays. But I think about a year into doing that, year and a half into doing that, I started to get a few customers. I think I had about 5 to 10, and then each and every year progressively, whether it be word of mouth or people just seeing me out working, I started to gain more customers. The phone starts ringing. And I think for me, I always looked at it as I would allow the business to dictate, where it was going to go. If this is what, I believe that God put this desire in my heart. So I'm just going to allow him to work it out. So when those things started to happen, I'm thinking more and more like, man, maybe I can do this full time. And in addition to that, every time I would tell somebody about my business, I'll tell you the first thing that they would say would be like, so are you going to quit your day job? Or are you going to, hire some employees to work with you? And, so those thoughts start, those wheels start turning. Not that they weren't already, but it's something about those conversations that you have with other people that have you thinking like, man, yeah, I need to do this. But what I wanted to discuss in this video is not only going full time, which is a great thing, but I also believe that you have to do it I believe in doing things at the right time. So I just want to talk about some of the benefits is that while you're building a business that you could possibly go into full time that will fully support you and your family, whatever your situation is that there are benefits to still having a full time job while you're building up to that point of just doing lawn care or landscaping full time alone, without having to punch a clock somewhere else. So one of the first things that I found that having a full time job while working on your lawn care business is that it took the pressure off of having to get customers, get work, get the phone ringing, because what I found is that my business didn't grow at the rate of my ambition and the rate of my zeal. Because when I started, I was ready. I didn't matter how hard I had to work and what I had to do. I was just ready to get it. But what I learned quickly is that it needed time to grow. I needed time to advertise, that there was a certain amount of time that people needed to see me out in their neighborhoods before they would even, reach out, because I believe that, they need to see you to know that you're serious about what you're doing, and they're watching your work and your presentation and things of that nature. So having that job took away that burden of putting, that pressure, I would say, that would be on my company, because with my full-time job, I had that paycheck, every other week, and I had those health insurance and benefits and things that you would, have to think about if you didn't have that full-time job. So the second thing that I learned that was very, very important, that I needed to gain experience. I needed actual time in the field, actual, time with building your business, the things that are not quite as sexy as, just out there mowing and trimming and edging and making sure those hedges are tight. But I needed to make sure that, my organizational skills were good, that my scheduling was good, that my customer relations was good. Those things are, the backbone of your business. They're just as important as the work that you do. You've got to be organized. You got to be on top of, getting back to people through email and text and responding to voicemails and things of that nature. So I learned that, yes, while I have ambitions to be full time, that this time of not having the pressure of it being my only job was actually the best time to perfect these skills, these necessary skills, particularly while I'm still solo, because I need to get it right myself before I can manage another person. So the time of having that experience is very beneficial. I'm telling you, before you put all of that pressure on it being your only thing, use that time productively to gain the experience that you need. That experience that you gain during that time will help you to know how to deal with setbacks, because they will come. Things will break. I mean, equipment will break. You know, tires will go flat. I mean, you can have your day perfectly set up. You know where you're going to be, what time, what time you're going to get off, and your day will totally go the other way. You'll have to call your wife and tell her, I know I said I was going to be home at 4, but I might not be there till 6. I mean, the way you deal with weather and rain, oh my gosh. And it's so much easier to deal with that and figure out systems with that when you have 10 yards or 15 yards as to doing it when you have 50, or 60 yards. And that's a whole nother monster that you have to deal with. So I know I didn't cover every scenario and everything that comes up, but I would love to know you guys' thoughts of, the benefits of having a full-time job and working it on the side. I'm in no way trying to discourage anybody of, going full-time. But what I am saying is that there are benefits that in the meantime of things that you can focus on and perfect while you're, moving in that full-time direction. So, don't take it that way. I want to see you win, as I do myself, want to win and go full-time. But I do believe in doing things at the right time. So it could be the right thing, but if you do it at the wrong time, ahead of schedule, it could just be a disaster. So, for everybody, that's going to be different. Everybody's timetable is going to be different. So, while we're watching YouTube videos and seeing this and that, just make sure, you're not moving too far ahead, in that during your process that you're growing, continually learning, seeking out, resources, and seeking out people who could assist you and help you along the way. Because one thing I do know about the lawn care community is that everybody seems to be, really willing and open to share, what they've learned, the ups, the downs, the good and bad. And I think that's just is awesome. One thing I love about being a part of the lawn care community. And I definitely appreciate you guys for watching. Like I said, again, any comments, anything that you think I missed, just leave it in the comments and we can talk it out. But full time, baby, you can do it. Let's go.